Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, the promoting official for today's ceremony is Lieutenant Christopher D. Redruth.
All should be promoted. Center. March. Right. I want to just say a couple words here real quick. And this is a very important day, not just for the change of command, but I wanted to personally tell everybody here how much trust and confidence I have in this Marine. This is an easy decision as a CEO to make, giving him a company, and making sure he gets properly and captain to assume all the right responsibilities that come with being a commander. I've earned it, and I can't say I do it well without any
Attention to orders. Per the reference, effective 1 May 2017, First Lieutenant Jeffrey P. Horowitz is hereby authorized to wear the rank insignia and assume the title of Captain. Signed, J.J. Broadmeadow, Commander, Marine Corps Installations Command. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the reading of the official orders. From Commanding Officer, Wounded Warrior Battalion East, Wounded Warrior Regiment, to Captain William Liu, effective 09/1 May 2017, you will stand relieved of your duties as the Commanding Officer, Company A, Wounded Warrior Battalion East, Wounded Warrior Regiment. Signed, C.D. Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commanding Officer, Wounded Warrior Battalion East, Lieutenant Colonel Christopher D. Redruth.
I'll take a minute to talk about Captain Lou. Captain Lou's done a phenomenal job. And Will, I can't thank you enough. Thank you for all the support, late night, all the phone calls. It's been a learning experience for me for the past 8 months. And I've learned as much from my company commanders as hopefully they've been learning from me. So a very sincere thank you to you and to you as well for teaching me and helping me learn this job. I trust them implicitly and they make fantastic decisions on a day-to-day basis. And they really do care and take care of their Marines. The Marines who care, the staff. It's a phenomenal job. It's a lot of work. You've done a great job. So congratulations my remarks short, just say that with command goes a lot of responsibility. And they both know that. I've made it a policy to make sure that the XOs that I put into the companies are the ones that want to be the company commanders. There's a high learning curve. They've got to appreciate the gravity of the situation. They've done a great job, and they definitely earned it. This is a great day. Thank you all for being here. Please stick around afterwards and congratulate both of them, both on what's to come in the future and the great successes Captain has had in the past. Thank you. Time just kind of flew by, and I'm at loss for words right now. The tremendous support and great work that you all have done. So luckily, I brought a speech. For supporting me, mentoring me, and joining me on this occasion. I want to thank my wife Simone for staying by my side these past 3 years. These past 3 years wouldn't have been the same without you, babe. It's been way less expensive. Jeff, you're going to make it fun for everyone. I think you've heard people say that a lot. They say because everyone sees it in you. You're the kind of Marine, you're the kind of leader that people want to work for, people want to work with. You put that Marine, that rifleman, at the top of your priority list. I don't see a lot of leaders do that. That's a true example of servant leadership. Guys, you're going to do right by the Marines. You've been an awesome friend, and congratulations. You got it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I want to say thank you to everybody that showed up. This is an exceptional crowd, and I know that everybody has other places more productive to be. So thank you very much for showing up. It truly means a lot to myself, my family, and the people that I support, so thank you. I want to thank Lieutenant Colonel Rutka and First Sergeant Bruno as well. Without your guidance and without your confidence, there's no way I'd be here today. As Captain Lou said, we'd have been fired a long time ago. So, sir, First Sergeant, thank you very much. To the rest of the command team, you guys know how much I rely on y'all, so I genuinely appreciate you guys answering my questions, even when they're a little silly, sometimes correcting me when I'm a little high and to the right, but that's what y'all are there for, is to keep us in line so that we can take care of the mission, which is the Marines. So thank you very much for all of your support. So I'll make the blanket statement before I go into what I'd like to say of thank you everybody for all of the mentorship, guidance, and support that you've given me throughout my career. If you'd have told me 12 years ago that I'd be standing up here right now I'd have called you a liar. Not even crazy, just a liar, because it wouldn't even be funny. There's no way it would have happened without all of you and all of your mentorship and guidance. So to all the staff NCOs, the junior Marines, the officers, thank you very much for everything that you've done for me throughout my career. I found a picture, and Mom, this isn't to make you cry, but the picture was of my father and my mother while she was pregnant with me. And he was younger than I am right now when that picture was taken. And I looked at him, and all I saw in that picture was my father with his arms around my mother and me, and still in the womb. And all I could see was the hopes, the dreams, the planning, the long nights, the stress, the happiness, and the love that he had at that very moment. And nothing else mattered, nothing, except for his wife and his unborn son at the time. As children, I think that many of us look at our parents as kind of stoic in a way, in the sense that they do everything right. Their decisions are always right. We never question them. We never think that, we don't even think that half of them were kids. You know, we just think that we came out of the womb and there they are, ready to make the perfect decisions and ready to do everything right. But in that moment, as I looked at that picture, that's not what I saw. What I saw was a person just like me, just like the Marines behind me, who are more than just what we see at face value. The Marines behind me, just as all of us, we plan, we think, we stress, we get happy. We're brothers, sons, cousins, workers, Marines, and everything that combines creates the person behind that uniform. It's not just the rank on our collar, it's not just the billet that we fill. Regardless if you're a CO, a battalion commander, a recovering service member, Marine in care, whatever you want to call it, we're for the most part all Marines, and every single person here is a human. And I think it's important to identify that one of the most important leadership attributes you can display, regardless of your rank and regardless of your billet, military or not, is that there is a human behind the uniform or behind the clothing that you're talking to. There's a human that thinks, plans, stresses, thinks about their child, thinks about how they're going to pay the next month's bills, thinks about how they're going to ramp up their 401k, their transition, and everything that makes up daily life. It's not just the uniform and it's not just the rank, just as it wasn't just my stoic father that I saw in that picture. So excuse me for a second while I talk to the Marines, but my promise to the company is that I will always, always look at you for the human that you are. You're not a Marine in care and you're not a recovering service member. You're a Marine. And it's just that simple. And as a Marine, there is a human behind your uniform. So my promise to you is that I will always take my decisions, I will always take your questions, your planning, whatever it is that you happen to bring up through the command deck, I will always take it for the human value in it and analyze and interpret the human element that goes into everything that you do day by day. With that being said, again, thank you everybody for showing up. Please, please, my guidance to the leadership and to the Marines who are going to come up and eventually take our positions, look at the human element behind the Marine that you're talking to. Behind that human or behind that Marine is a person who very well one day could be holding their wife or husband prior to, their first baby being born, prior to transitioning out of the Marine Corps, as Captain Lou is doing. There's always a human behind that uniform. Again, with that being said, thank you very much for showing up. I really appreciate it. And if I can do half as good a job as Captain Lou did, I'm going to consider that a success. Thank you very much.
A charitable donation to the Semper Fi Fund has been made in the name of Mrs. Jenna, the Marines hymn.
Congratulations.